Yo, Robert Loves Games here. Gonna be throwing down some Twitch advice for you. I know there's a million videos out there that teach you how to be a better streamer, a more successful streamer, go over equipment and best practices. I just kind of wanted to say right off the bat that even with those videos and my own videos, it's not a fast track to partnership or being a successful streamer. My videos are just going to be more towards how to be a more efficient streamer, how to utilize the data that you're being given, and that's what we're going to do with the video here today. We're going to go over the top 5 Twitch stats that you should be focusing on. So we're going to get into my resume here. I want to give you guys a quick rundown of my kind of streaming credentials, just so you know that I'm not some affiliate streamer that started last week and is like, these are the things that I learned in a week of streaming. No, I've actually been doing this a while, about almost 9 years now. So 2010 to 2012, I casted StarCraft 2 matches for Playham organization and MLG, and got paid to do that, which was really, really fun. And that kind of spread into my streaming career, where between 2012 and 2014, I did full-time Twitch streaming after I graduated college, and I was able to become partner, usually averaging anywhere between about 70 and 200 viewers, depending on what game I was playing. And then I took a break to work on some real-life stuff, get a real-life job. And in 2017 to 2018, I got partnered with PlayerUnknown Battleground and became a Discord partner and ran a 6,000 plus member organization. We ran first-person shooter kind of tournaments for PlayerUnknown and everything. So these are all kind of my credentials to give you an idea of kind of my experience and where I'm coming from with this advice. All right, this is what we're going to be going over today. Browse page views, average chatters, average chat messages, notification engagements, and average viewers. Also below in the description, you're going to find a link to a Google Sheets page. That is the exact spreadsheet that I use to collect data every single month to kind of gauge where I'm growing and how I'm growing. So one of the most important stats, in my opinion, is browse page views. This can be found in your dashboard under channel, and then scrolling all the way down, and you can find where your views are coming from. Are they mainly coming from your followers, your notifications, outside sources, or are they coming from the browse page? This is basically your visibility. So with the games that you're streaming, these are the amount of people that are stopping by your stream, and I think it's very important that you keep track of these stats, because this is going to tell you a lot about maybe if you're playing the right games, if you have the right stream titles, and exactly how many people are coming into your stream each and every session. The second most important stat that I think Twitch can provide is average chatters. This kind of gauges your engagement with your audience. So are you throwing questions out there every now and then to kind of get your audience talking and interacting with you? Are you asking how their day was, what they're up to, what kind of games they play, maybe what they would do in certain situations within a game that you're playing? This adds a little bit more depth and interaction, and you can kind of gauge this for every single stream, and you can kind of see how your questions and your game commentary are improving by continuing to look at this stat each month or even each day. Another important stat, I believe, alongside average chatters is average chat messages. I do want to note that if you have a bot in your stream that sends messages every now and then about following or Twitch Prime, or a bot that does like the gambling games or anything like that, that is going to mess with these stats and inflate them a little bit. So you're not going to get a 100% accurate kind of representation of what your chat looks like every stream. I mean, I would recommend taking those off, honestly, but if you're a streamer already that's pretty established and your chat loves doing things like that, that's all right. But I think average chat messages can definitely kind of, again, help you gauge your engagement with your audience and how you're doing each and every stream. The fourth stat is notification engagement. This is a fairly new stat that Twitch just started keeping track of back in February that you can now check on. So I'm still trying to figure out how to utilize this stat to its full potential, but I think it can tell you a lot about your stream titles, what games you're streaming, kind of how, again, your audience is engaging with you every single session. So I think this is a really important stat to keep track of, again, daily and monthly, to kind of compare and contrast, to kind of see if you're seeing any growth in these sort of fields. I know a lot of people turn like the bell off. I'm one of those people that I don't like notifications popping up every 10 seconds on my screen. But I have seen some improvements. As you can kind of see, these are my real stats down here in the corner. So again, I do think it's an important stat to keep track of. And of course, the last stat to keep track of, which I think this is a stat that people keep track of the most as they're on their path to affiliate or partnership, is average viewers. So I do believe average viewers is an important stat to keep track of, again, daily and monthly, to compare and contrast. As you can see, these are my stats here down below. You are going to have some outliers. So when you get big raids or anything along those lines, you're going to have a couple days that kind of throw your numbers off, but otherwise it should still stay fairly consistent. Again, especially if you're keeping track of your stats on a month-to-month kind of basis. So definitely keep track of average viewers. This is going to kind of work towards what your retention is with your audience. And again, probably one of the most important stats to keep track of. Those 5 stats are the most important stats, I think, personally. I think they're going to help you gauge your retention, your viewership, and your engagement the best. Twitch does provide some other stats that I think people put a little bit too much weight on, if you will. Followers, I don't really care about that stat when I look at it every single month. And max viewership, I really don't care about that stat as well. I do have them in my spreadsheet just to kind of keep track, but I don't think that's helping me grow my stream or helping me figure out what I'm doing effectively, essentially. But that's why we have a comment section, so you guys can tell me what stats you think are the most important for your stream. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.